So you said only a few people knew that you had cancer. Why was it so hard for you to be vulnerable? Even though you've kind of like overcome that stage in your life. What is it about that story that makes you not want to share with other people? Because you're meeting people all the time. You have friends.
I would say the same as earlier. I don't want them to feel pity.
Oh,
I don't want my friends to come over and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," blah blah blah. So I would feel like just live your life, just act like normal.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't talk to me like I'm weak now,
Yeah.
something like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I didn't talk to everyone about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Um that's very interesting because that's actually what I thought for a long time. I never wanted to share my story because I'm like, I don't want people to pity me. And then one day I actually met this guy that is also from a low income family. And when I talked to him about it, I was like, do you tell people you're from a low income family? He's like, yeah. And I'm proud of it. And I'm like, oh, why are you proud of it? And I feel kind of like ashamed to tell people about my upbringing. And he's like, I'm proud of it because it shows that I'm strong and it shows that I had to overcome a lot to get to where I am today. And he says when he tells people he's from a low income family, people actually look at him with admiration and they're like, wow, you're at the same place as me today and you're from a low income family. And they admire him more and they don't pity him. And that's very different from what I thought. I thought people would pity me if I told them my story. And it kind of like changed my perception. And I'm like, oh, I feel like if you tell people your story, they're going to admire you. It's not pity. And I think for you, Chris, you think people will pity you if you say, I have cancer, have cancer, had to overcome it. But when you told me you had cancer, I actually liked you more and thought you were very strong for having to overcome that, you know? And I thought you're very resilient. I admire you. You're very brave. You didn't give up. You
I
had to
feel like
overcome so much more than a normal, or a person people I know. You had to overcome a lot more than them. And it kind of just makes me respect you more.
I have to show my weakness to I have to show you my weakness to
Yeah.
prove it that I'm stronger, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I feel now, actually.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
your thing is like you
uh,
are you don't want to show your weakness. Like you feel kind of like embarrassed a little to show your weakness.
uh, but I think we have to show our weakness to people.
Yeah. 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 We do have to show our weakness in order
We have
to
to
be build a deep
get
relationship, because if we met
okay.
and if you're just like, "Oh, I like cooking," which you do, I don't think this, just friendship would even be as deep, like, you know? But like why do you have to think it's a weakness? Like why do
What
we
the weakness?
think these are our weaknesses?
That's a good question.
So like so for me for a long so Mr. Bang click click said agreed. So for example, like I think I thought being low income was a weakness and you thought having cancer is a weakness. You know? But why does it have to be a weakness? Why can't we think it's a strength?
I feel
So
like it's a weakness because I feel like I'm not I'm not good enough for people.
yeah.
I feel like I'm here and people are here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not balanced.
Yeah. So Mr. Bang click click said because we feel being judged all the time. But why do you feel like they're here and you're here? Shouldn't you feel like you're actually here or better because you have to overcome cancer? Not a lot of people have to overcome cancer. Why can't you see this as one of your greatest strengths? Because now you have such a deep story. I feel like if you were to share this, I would be like, wow, and I would be super touched. I mean, your story, I feel, is so much more powerful than someone that was like, yeah, I grew up in a middle income family, no adversity my whole life, went to school, my parents paid for my school. You know, your story is so much deeper. So why is it a weakness?
Wow, that's a really good question, honestly.